The excitement was sky-high at US Bank Stadium as fans poured in, their hopes and expectations riding on the shoulders of a promising young quarterback. The energy was electric, with purple and gold everywhere you looked, and the roar of the crowd echoing through the city. It was a day that felt like it could be the start of something special. All eyes were on rookie J.J. McCarthy as he took the field for his second NFL start. The anticipation was palpable, with fans eager to see if the young quarterback could build on his debut and lead the Vikings to victory. McCarthy looked focused and determined, soaking in the moment as he jogged onto the field with his teammates, ready to prove himself on the big stage. But the Atlanta Falcons had other plans. They quickly turned that excitement into frustration, shutting down the Vikings' offense and rattling the young quarterback at every turn. The Falcons' defense was relentless, swarming McCarthy and forcing the Vikings into uncomfortable situations. Every snap seemed to bring more pressure, and the momentum began to shift away from Minnesota. McCarthy's early confidence faded as the Falcons' relentless pressure led to sacks, hurried throws, and a costly interception that silenced the home crowd. The rookie's frustration was visible on the sideline as he tried to regroup and find answers. Each mistake weighed heavily, and the learning curve of the NFL became painfully clear. It was a trial by fire, and McCarthy was feeling the heat. The crowd's energy drained with every misstep, the cheers turning to groans as the scoreboard told a sobering story. Disappointed fans watched as the Vikings fell further behind, their early optimism replaced by concern. By the end of the game, the Vikings trailed 24-10, and the stadium's once boisterous atmosphere had turned somber. It was a tough pill to swallow for everyone in purple. For McCarthy, it was a classic welcome to the NFL moment, a tough lesson in just how quickly things can change for a rookie quarterback. Sitting on the bench after the final whistle, he had time to reflect on the challenges he faced and the mistakes he made. The road ahead would be long, but every setback is a chance to grow stronger and wiser. For J.J. McCarthy, this was a day to remember, and, more importantly, a day to learn from. The journey is just beginning, and every tough day at the office is another step toward becoming the quarterback he hopes to be. The Falcons entered the game with a single-minded determination: disrupt McCarthy's rhythm and dictate the pace from the very first snap. Their preparation was evident, as the defense came out energized and focused, communicating constantly and adjusting on the fly. The coaching staff had clearly drilled into them the importance of pressure, and the players responded with relentless pursuit, never letting McCarthy get comfortable in the pocket. Every snap, the Falcons' defense executed their assignments with precision, collapsing the pocket and forcing hurried throws. They didn't just play hard, they played smart, anticipating routes and reading McCarthy's eyes, which led to several key disruptions. Their swarming defense forced turnovers at crucial moments, stripping the ball and jumping passing lanes. Each takeaway shifted momentum, giving Atlanta's offense short fields and a chance to strike quickly. After a quick interception, Atlanta wasted no time. They capitalized with a well-executed touchdown drive, sending a clear message that they were here to control the game. That early score set the tone, energizing the team and silencing the home crowd. The Falcons' coaching staff out-schemed the Vikings at every turn, mixing up coverages and disguising blitzes. McCarthy was left guessing, unable to find a rhythm as the defense shifted looks and closed passing windows. On offense, Atlanta didn't need to take unnecessary risks. They played disciplined, methodical football, leaning on the run game, taking what the defense gave them, and protecting the ball. Their offensive line held strong, giving the quarterback time to make smart decisions. The result was a complete team effort, disciplined, opportunistic, and unselfish. The Falcons celebrated every big play together, feeding off each other's energy and never letting up, even as the game wore on. In the end, Atlanta simply played smarter, tougher football. Their focus, preparation, and execution led to a statement victory on the road, a testament to what happens when a team seizes the moment and refuses to let go. The numbers told the story. McCarthy completed just 18 of 35 passes, struggling to find a rhythm against a relentless Falcons defense. Each throw seemed to come with a new challenge as defenders closed in and passing lanes disappeared. The pressure was constant and it showed in the stat line. He finished with only 175 yards through the air, and the mistakes piled up: 2 costly interceptions and a lost fumble. Each turnover shifted momentum, giving the Falcons more opportunities and putting the Vikings defense in tough positions. 3 turnovers from the quarterback doomed the Vikings' chances, and 5 sacks showed just how much pressure he faced. The offensive line struggled to hold back Atlanta's pass rush, leaving McCarthy little time to make decisions or set his feet. The offense managed only 10 points, a far cry from last week's fireworks. Drives stalled in the red zone, and big plays were few and far between. The crowd's energy faded as the game wore on, replaced by frustration and disappointment. The Falcons' defense disrupted McCarthy's timing and confidence all game. Their secondary blanketed receivers, while the front seven brought relentless heat, forcing hurried throws and off-balance passes. These stats highlight the growing pains of a rookie quarterback. Adjusting to the speed and complexity of the NFL is never easy, and McCarthy's struggles are part of the learning curve that every young signal caller faces. It was a tough day, but a valuable learning experience. Every mistake is a lesson, and every setback is a chance to improve. The team will rally around their young quarterback, knowing that growth comes from adversity. The film room will be busy this week, as coaches and players break down every play, searching for answers and opportunities to get better. For McCarthy and the Vikings, the journey is just beginning. The turning point came in the third quarter, Vikings down 17-10, driving with momentum. On a crucial third down, McCarthy was strip-sacked. The Falcons recovered, silencing the crowd. Atlanta turned the turnover into a field goal, stretching the lead to 2 possessions. That single play killed the Vikings' comeback hopes and rewarded the Falcons' relentless pressure. Sometimes one mistake changes everything. This was that moment. After the loss, fans flooded social media, some defending McCarthy, others panicking, and plenty just making memes. But the real focus now is on how McCarthy responds. He'll spend the week in the film room, learning from every mistake and preparing for the next challenge. This is a test of his resilience and leadership. The season moves fast. How he bounces back will define his rookie year. Every Vikings fan will be watching to see if this tough day becomes a turning point. The journey is just beginning.